What's up, everybody? Welcome. I want to talk about what's happening overseas. That's right, Tokyo Game Show. The big Japanese gaming convention. It happens every year. It's always popping off with all the big Japanese developers announcing big stuff. But us over here across the pond, we get left behind. We can't all toddle off to jolly old Japan and play these games. Well, that's where SEGA comes in. SEGA said, we got a genius move. We got a genius play. We're going to have our entire selection of Tokyo Game Show titles, and we're going to have them playable at an open house at SEGA HQ, and only the most elite gamers may attend. The gaming elite can enter these doors and play a game. And if you're anything less than that, you'll be sent to play games at the Chuck's Arcade at the mall down the street. That's not what they said. They didn't say that. But they really did do this. SEGA actually had like a kind of an open house at their headquarters this last week in Irvine with all the games. And when they told me about it, they said, oh, there's going to be an unannounced game. I said, unannounced game, and my fingers were crossed. I hope it's some Yakuza stuff, like a dragon type stuff. Best of all worlds. It was Yakuza Kiwami 3, a remake from the ground up of Yakuza 3, which is great because that's one of the few games in the series I never played. And actually, you could see we've got some footage here. I'm going to be playing in a second. We're going to be popping off, and showing kind of what I played. But not only did they have that, you could also play Dark Ties. This is the new spin-off. They've done some kind of spin-off titles, even Pirate Yakuza that was earlier this year with Majima and whatnot. That was a spin-off. Man Who Erased His Name, etc., etc. Well, they're doing another one because people have liked this formula. You got the Like a Dragon, you got, Infinite Wealth and whatnot, bringing that turn-based action. And now you got these spin-offs maintaining that classic beat-em-up gameplay and love from the series. Now, what I was not prepared for is that both are in one game. You buy the game, you're getting both. And like I said, at the event, got to try both. Got to split my time between the two. And I'm so excited to play. Is that too loud for everybody? I could turn this down if need be. Is it too loud? Or is it too quiet? Well, anyway, I got to play this and a whole bunch of other stuff. Believe it or not. Turn it down just a little bit. I will. Anyway, got to play this a slight bit. Oh, you could see the cursor there. You're not supposed to see that. I don't like that. So again, it was buttery smooth. This stream is 30 frames a second, but what I played there, unless anything changes, whatever, I don't know what could happen between now and release, but it was buttery. It felt like it was a smooth 60 FPS. I don't have the statistic on paper in front of me, but it felt buttery. It felt like it was just smooth. So kind of starts out, you got bad dudes looking at you. I heard some people talk about, they changed the way some of the models look in the game. But, again, that's one I didn't play. And what I care about personally is entering into the story. Does the character fit? Does the artistic side fit the story side? And visually, does it all kind of work cohesively? And it did. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm not an old school fan. I didn't play this one when it originally came out. So you'll have to take a look for yourself. But anyway, I'm kind of skipping around here. I'm skipping through some of the cutscenes and whatnot, just to kind of show you. And don't mind me, I'm going to be jumping around quite a bit. But yeah, you can friends. I always love when they do this shirt rip-off thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like when he grabs, they do this in like tokusatsu shows all the time. When he grabs it there and it cuts to that. I love that. There's a video we did 11 years ago, Sequence Erase, the 10th anniversary special that we did, and I really wanted to get one of those in there where he grabs the hoodie and then it goes away. Like, look for that. That's specifically what I was trying to copy. Okay, so get the idea. You got that classic kind of iconic Yakuza, storytelling and whatnot. The drama unfolds. Again, I'm just kind of skipping around here. No, don't mind me. So then you face off against this dude. This dude's being a dick. Okay, so Rikia. You fight against it. They're kind of giving me some of the tutorial here. You can use Dragon of Dojima style. There's, multiple styles you can flip through when you do a fight. It's not just keep hitting punch. There's like more to it than that. And you can use Ryukyu style. And this, you start getting ancient martial arts weapons, Okinawa style martial arts, using weapons. You got the shield and whatnot. He's got like a scythe. He's doing all kinds of cool, what do you call that? Particle effects. It's looking like something like Avatar, like, AWA type stuff, waving his arms around. But anyway. So you get the idea. I don't mind me because I'm stumbling around here because I always need a minute to learn the controls of something. So I'm kind of stumbling around. See, I'm jumping around like it's Dark Souls or something. Okay. So we're going to skim around a little bit more. Beat the guy. I don't know if you need to see that, but... See, there you go. All right, beat the guy. In case you needed proof, beat him. Looking smooth as ever. Okay, so then this is what I was laughing at in this game. Now you guys have to tell me. I didn't go deep into the third one. I'm gonna assume you don't have a Segway in it. He's got a gas-powered Segway. True to the era. Yeah, so anyway, here's some threatening men. They don't look that threatening to me, but... beating their ass. Boom. Whatever, you get the idea here, right? No more blockuza. I'm not. Life's too short to block. Watch this. Boom. Giving the classic heat. Okay. So you get the idea. I'm going to kind of skip around a little bit more. I had a meal there. Okay. Playing around on the Segway some more. Okay. Using that kind of style again. And then you find out a family's getting ransacked because some gangs are messing with them. Like they're screwing up the family business here. So Kiryu's like, "Yo, I gotta step in. They're bullying these old men. I gotta step in and help." And the other dude, the dude I was just fighting, he joins in too. He's like, "Yeah, I can help." Here we go. And you could see, like, I'm fighting big groups of dudes now, and this thing ain't slowing down at all. This thing doesn't even stutter. There you go. Everything was very smooth. They really, I had heard from some people that they were iffy on some of the combat from 3, the way it originally was, I guess. I don't really know about that, but they really streamlined it here. Okay, so I'm going to kind of skip ahead again. Whatever, you kind of get the idea on this. I'm going to go ahead and show you Dark Ties. All right, so this guy is kind of a villain in Yakuza 3. And this, you're going to see him like doing flashbacks, thinking back to where he came up, you know, and what happened in the past. And you're going to get to live those moments along with him. I'm trying to, yeah, how do you say the Mine? I always say Mine. Is that the right? Mine? Mine. Isn't that the name of a character in Lupin? Fujiko Mine? Mine, okay. Just want to make sure I'm saying it right. Anyway, I know a lot of people who like this character that were like, damn, they're getting their own game. So anyway, so as you can see, he was like, oh, remember when, blah, 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 blah. And now you're going to go. You are going to remember when, see? So whatever. They're talking about Daigo Dojima. I'm skipping around. That guy's getting out of prison at some point soon, so you might want to keep an eye out. And while I'm doing that, you got hoodlums show up. Yeah, Fujiko Mine. I just remember that. This is not to take away from Yakuza, but Fujiko Mine. I never watched a ton of Lupin, but I think she might be like the hottest anime character. Right? I mean, I wouldn't pause the gameplay here unless it was something important, and I just feel like I needed to get that off my chest. Okay, back to the gameplay. So yeah, you fight these punks, and again, got his own fighting style, and by shaking off the chains of logic and reason, he can do these. He can like do these special attacks. Like he charges up. See those hearts with chains around them? He can unchain his hearts. Unchain my heart. Wasn't that a song? Or kickstart my heart? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I want to see that get charged up. He has a Dark Awakening. Trigger the Dark Awakening. You hit R2. Watch. And now it's like going Super Saiyan. Look at that. Boom. Damn. Yeah, you see. Boom. Look at that. Punch his ass out. Anyway, so you kind of get the idea. Oh, wait. You can see them suffering. What a waste of time. I could have found a taxi to the prison by now. Anyway, whatever. You get the idea. This is pretty funny. You're fighting this guy, and then he's going to... I like this. It was like he's getting ready for... Oh, this guy's going to be like a powerful boss. This is going to be... yikes. Get ready. Oh, shit. He's picking up vending machines and whatnot. Dodge this. Watch this. Okay, he easily dodges it. Yeah, it's no problem. I didn't really get to mess with the arcade. People who are asking it. Oh, he's going to a soapland. People asking about. I only got to do karaoke, and I'll show you. I'm skipping around. Oh, these guys cause trouble again. This won't be any surprise to you, but I went into the karaoke place. And what was the song that was available? Baka mitae. Dame dame. Iconic. I mean, you know the score here. It's iconic. I don't want to get copywritten and all that, but so I muted it. But you get the idea. You know what he's going to start singing. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. It was really, really great playing both. Got a great impression of both. Very exciting. Love the series, so it was great to kind of like get the first glimpse of this new chapter for it. Now, what else did I get to play? So I'm gonna kind of skip around here. I did get to play. This is a very big kind of file here, so it might take me a little bit to flip through. Virtua Fighter 5 Revo. Kind of see for yourself. Again, buttery smooth, but you're seeing it here at 30 frames a second. Playing as Sarah Bryant. I don't really know, Virtua Fighter controls that well. I was kind of plunged into this. Always enjoyed it in the past, but, I was a button. You can see me mashing buttons like an idiot here, for sure, but get a little more practice, get back out there. That was cool. That's coming out on Switch 2 as well? Are you talking about the Yakuza titles, or are you talking about Virtua Fighter? Dude, I love her voice. Listen to the voice clip. I love that. You hear that? Listen. I just love her, like, old school type voice for the, I don't know. I think that's great. There was a mode where you had to fight your way through, like, a whole bunch of people to kind of level up. And I think the CPU is based on data from big fighting game people. So there was one point when we were at the event where someone there was playing it. Someone there was playing it, and they were like, "Oh, it's so funny. The computer made a fake character name. I forget his name. Monkey Man 260 or whatever. Isn't that funny?" And then someone at Sega was like, "No, that's a real person. That's a real person. Like, that's their handle. They're big part of the tournament scene." It was like, oh, okay. So you got Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I was kind of like, how good can that be? I'm not sure. I haven't really played one of these too much. But like I said, very Mario Kart pilled and whatnot. I didn't know this had crossover characters. So not only was it, there was like the Minecraft stuff or whatever in it, but I didn't realize I thought for some reason in this one, I hadn't heard about the other, like, non-Sonic type characters. So then when I started this, I'm trying to find the footage here, but when I started this, I was so excited because I did not know you could pick Ichiban. I love that Ichiban is playable. So, of course, I had to pick him. Let's skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, Hatsune Miku is in this. Look who our rival was. Look. Ready? Watch. Wait. They're just trying to win my heart over even that much more. This game did come out today. Yes, you're right, Neil. I love the little... Ready to lose for my amusement. This is like the hottest thing I've ever seen. I'm sorry, but... I can't. I know I'm supposed to be professional covering all these games for Tokyo Game Show, but Ichiban does fit very well in the Sonic universe. Yeah, Ulala would be good, Tomo. I agree. Anything Space Channel 5, I'm always like glowing over. Or Phantasy Star Online. Have like a Humar type character. That'd be super dope. So this was really cool. Yeah, Mega Man, I heard while we were there, I think the announcement happened where there was like, oh, yeah, Mega Man. Mega Man's coming. And I was like, a new Mega Man game? It was like, oh no, you're at Sega. He's in a racing game. I was like, yeah, okay. Fair enough. Maybe this can best Mario Kart World, because Mario Kart World was kind of a mess, wasn't it? Like, it wasn't a bad game, but lots of just very bizarre choices. This was dope. And see, you can see right there. You see that? I know this. I know the current consoles have been around for 5 years at this point, but I love that it takes advantage of the portal tech. You know what I mean? The memory that these new systems have, where they could load things immediately. Like, look at that. Sees a portal there. Boom, you're in that level. See what I'm saying? Pretty cool. I love that. Of course, I think I went to Minecraft World. So yeah, see, show you what that looks like. You know what I mean? Big Minecraft nuts out there. Probably going ape right now. I got to play. I loaded up a Switch 2 system because guess what? They're porting the first two, Yakuza Kiwami. Yeah, so Kiwami 1 is coming to Switch. Got to play with that for a little bit. That was awesome. You know, very familiar with this story and really enjoyed it. Yeah, I think maybe the captured thing didn't get the audio on this is coming from a Switch 2, so that's kind of odd. But anyway, you get the idea. That looked buttery smooth too. I think I want to say, don't quote me on this, but I want to say it was like 4K 60. You know, really, you know, looked of similar quality to the Yakuza 0 director's cut that came out on Switch 2. But I want to show you something else. Kiwami 2's graphics legit blew my mind the first time I played it. I didn't know there was a difference. I didn't realize there was a difference. But then getting to play it, the fidelity was much higher. I was very surprised by that. And it seemed like it was running on Switch 2. It seemed like it was running at a lower frame rate, at 30 frames, which I'm fine with, you know, because Yakuza is a cinematic. I can't talk today. Yakuza is a cinematic series, and so I don't mind a little bit of a more cinematic look with the 30 frames, but it wasn't quite as smooth as the other ones, but very fun. Did not realize. I mean, it looks really good. And this is you know, it's running on a portable, for crying out loud. So that was pretty cool. With all agreed with Jimmy. With all the Yakuza ports remasters they announced at TGS, they basically gave everyone the perfect on-ramp to get into the series. Exactly. It was in their best interest to do that. Now, I still hope they'll do something like that, and this isn't related to Sega, but I hope they'll still do that with like Metal Gear. Like, just give me a remake of one that also like loops in the original 2 MSX games or whatever. That would be cool. Or maybe that's its own Kiwami, you know? Who knows? Anyway, you get the idea. So that was really cool. Persona 3 Reload coming to the Switch. I played a decent chunk of 4 and a decent chunk of 5, but I never played 3. It was too like out there. It came out and it was kind of like, what? So that was really cool getting to play this. It looked great on the Switch. You know, the more they can port these games, everything, the better. I know people get very particular about where they play these, so I love that they are doing that. A lot of people's favorite is 3. Yeah, you're right, Migi Hero. And I told you, like I said before, Atlas had their own wing of this studio, it looked like. So, like, you know, we're getting this kind of stuff too. It wasn't just Sonic. It wasn't just Kiryu. It was this stuff too. So that was really cool. Yeah. Yep. 2 Point Museum. Yep. So yeah, a lot to take in. Truthfully, sorry, I don't mean to like get in the way of that, but truthfully, this was at the end of our demo session, and I kind of didn't get a lot of time to dig into this. You know, but other people who had been there were like, "Oh, I play this on PC all the time," you know, and stuff like that. So that was kind of fun. But regrettably, I can't share a lot of info about it because I'm a little bit in the dark still. But that's okay. The main event was Yakuza Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties. That's what we got to play, and that's what we wanted. It was a lot of fun. I was super stoked, so shout out to SEGA for inviting me. I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be more honored. Thank you, SEGA, for considering me among the elite that was worthy of your Tokyo Game Show selection. And I didn't have to go to pesky Japan with the trains and everyone's all acting polite and let me, an American, play classic American games like Yakuza. No, it was a lot of fun. It was actually really, really cool. We get to check everything out. I don't have the props here. I wish I had thought ahead about this. But they had a claw machine in the lobby of Sega HQ, and they were like, I checked in, they gave me a little name badge, and they were like, everyone who comes here, you're welcome to do the claw machine. And I was like, I don't know. I never win at those and don't really know how to do them too well. So I'm good. And they were like, no, try it. I mean, you got nothing to lose. It's on free play. Oh, okay. It's on free play. In one go, that thing, I don't know what happened, but in that one grasp, it like cleared the shelf. It knocked everything off the shelf, and it was all children's Sonic gear, like a Sonic beanie that would fit a kid, tiny gloves, and a tiny pair of shoes. Like, there are legit shoes in there, and they light up, but they're tiny. They don't fit me. They don't even fit my thumbs. Time to have a kid. God! Hobo with a Glock. Come on. Stop trolling.